It's Mark Medina with the LA Times here at Staples Center. It's the beginning of the playoffs, but the Lakers still acting and playing like it's the regular season. They lost their playoff opener, 109-100 loss in Game 1 against the New Orleans Hornets in their first-round matchup, and that's not a good sign, simply because the Lakers had talked all along about how they were getting ready for playoff mode, and they just did not bring it. Now, it's a little bit too simple to characterize the Lakers as unfocused and whatnot. It really only applies to a few players, and the main players that are the guilty party: Pau Gasol, Lamar Odom, a little bit of Andrew Bynum. All in all, the Lakers just did not bring that size advantage that they had enjoyed in the 4 regular season games against New Orleans. They entered this series without David West. Emeka Okafor is very undersized compared to the 7-footers in Gasol and Bynum, and even though Carl Landry has been known to be somewhat of a Lakers killer, giving them some trouble when he was at Sacramento and Houston, you look at the size advantage the Lakers have, and there's no reason why they wouldn't be able to utilize that. Now, some people always equate that to Kobe Bryant not passing the ball. Had nothing to do with that. Kobe Bryant was actually one of the only 2 players that really played well. He finished going 13 of 26 from the field, 34 points. He had a little bit of an issue at near halftime where he made a shot, fall away, and he wound up hitting the chair of Tim Lewicki courtside. It looked like it hit him in the neck. He got some treatment at halftime, but was able to really come back in the second half and play aggressively. And then Ron Artest, he finished with 16 points, 4 of 8 shooting, 11 rebounds. Not always the prettiest effort in terms of how he does it, but he brought that effort. But you juxtapose that with the big men inside, namely Pau Gasol, only 2 of 9 from the field, and that's just not going to get it done. Everyone was willing to concede that he didn't play well whatsoever. Phil Jackson admitted it. Kobe Bryant admitted it, saying that he really needs more out of him. Pau Gasol admitted it. Andrew Bynum suggested it, as did Derek Fisher. He just did not bring the consistency and the aggressiveness that he needs to bring as a big man. He was lost on defensive rotations, and that, I think, was a large contribution to the fact that Chris Paul had 33 points, 11 and 18 shooting, 14 assists. It's really easy to pin this on Derek Fisher, but it really isn't his fault at all. He actually was very good and very bullheaded and fighting through screens, calling out rotations. Pau Gasol did not switch, but that doesn't just apply to him. Lamar Odom didn't bring any aggressiveness off the bench. He only had 10 points, 3 of 6 shooting, a little bit misleading because 2 of those field goals came in garbage time at the end of the game when the result was very well known. The bench obviously were lacking a few parts. Steve Blake is absent because of chicken pox. Their hope is that he can come back for Wednesday in Game 2. Matt Barnes returned to the lineup, but he just does not look the same. He had a sore right knee that aggravated of some sorts. Last week, he got the knee drained, but he just does not look comfortable out there. He doesn't have that aggressiveness that he had before getting the injury 3 months ago. And then you have Andrew Bynum. This is his first appearance since sitting out the last game and a half almost. He missed the San Antonio game last week because it wound up being revealed that he had a bone bruise in his surgically repaired right knee. They sat him out for a precautionary measure. He said the knee felt fine. The thing that limited him was the foul trouble that he got. He wound up collecting 4 fouls. Ron Artest got 5 fouls. Derek Fisher got 5 fouls. But the foul trouble was most troublesome to Bynum because then it created even more pressure for Pau Gasol to produce, and he wasn't bringing anything whatsoever. So bottom line is some people on the team tried to paint this in a positive light. Lamar Odom even went so far to say that sometimes this is a good thing for a team to be humble because it's overconfident. It's definitely overconfident, but it's not good to be humble. It's not good to lose playoff games. It only makes it hard for yourself. Team's been down this road before. There's no need for them to find lessons, external motivation. Just play basketball and do what you need to